So, good morning, or good afternoon. I attempted to record one of these yesterday, a couple of them in fact, and it turns out that the volume button on my phone, which does take pictures in camera mode, does not start the video in video mode. So, I talked to my phone for a few minutes yesterday, a couple times, and nothing was recorded, so that was kind of a bit of a bummer. So I am in England. It is Boxing Day, and it is beautiful. It is just absolutely beautiful. Excuse me one second. There's a bit of a fluff on my camera there. It's still there. There we go. Oh, sorry if that looked a little odd. I was running across the road here, but it's sunny. It is warm-ish, above zero anyway, and otherwise quite nice. I do have a migraine. It's a bit of a bummer again, but you know, take what you can. I am on my way to visit my grandmother. I decided to stay behind while my folks went to Ainsford to visit my aunt so that I could spend Christmas Day and today with Gran. So that's what I'm doing. Just walking to the hospital right now, but it's a pretty short walk actually. It's maybe 8 minutes, something like that. Not very long. Yeah, it's nice to be home. I've eaten a little bit too much chocolate. But you know what? You gotta spoil yourself at Christmas somehow. Made myself a really nice curry, chicken curry and chips, or fries as you Canadians would call them, last night for dinner. It was super tasty. And polished it off with a little bit of like an ice cream chocolate cake called Viennetta, which is a cake that I used to eat all the time when I was a kid, before I was lactose intolerant. So while it's made me a little bit ill today, it was well worth it. So, oh, it's so nice to be outside. It took me a little while to get up this morning just because of my headache, and I'm on my way right now, like I said, to the hospital to see my gran. Then after that, I will also head a little bit further into town, into Warwick, for some lunch and a nice espresso and maybe some paracetamol, which is what they call Tylenol here. Anyway, I'm just getting close to the bridge now, to the canal. So I'll show you that really briefly here. I'm going to climb up the side here. There we go. So this is the canal. You can see behind me the bridge that I normally walk up in order to cross, in order to get to the hospital. I'm just taking a little bit of a shortcut here, just so I can show you guys the water. A lot of canal boats that come along here. You can rent them as well, which is kind of nice. There's a little pathway here that I'm going to go down. There we go. We got everything sorted. Alright. So now I'm going to go back across that bridge that you just saw me go past, sort of under, I guess. And that'll take us within a couple minutes of the hospital. Some beautiful birds and animals that live along the river's edge, or the canal edge. You can hear the birds chirping and tweeting away. I will say one thing, that I'd sort of resigned myself to not going on my motorcycle until next year, because the snow would come. But now I'm in England. I really wish I had my bike here so I could go for a ride. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Namaste.